the one and only Amer. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
And then I started doing more research and I found you, and I hate doing videos, but the coaching calls was one of the things. And then you had another video that caught my eye where it was specific, outside of the PMP, but I knew this is real content. This is things that will be on exam, right?
I did hard work for sure, but I think the follow-up, sir, you did. I don't know how you managed to do the follow-up. With one particular student like me, you have hundreds of students. You are just keeping an eye on each of the students. So after my hard work, I can say that the credit goes to you, sir. That is for sure.
Hi, Amer. Good morning. Yes, I cleared the exam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. And this has happened only because of the customized roadmap and mocks, and you always keep on asking us to do proper RCA, detailed RCA. It happened only because of the detailed RCA. Yes, this RCA helped me a lot.
Thank you for all this guidance and support you gave me. Mr. Amer, thanks for our team.
So I was just looking at his post, who cleared the PMP, and he used to post the success stories on daily basis. So I reached out to Alina and I asked her how is his program or something. So she said you can trust him and you should join this program if you are looking for it.
It was a very customized base feedback that I was getting from sir, from you.
So yes, follow-up is very important, and thank you very much for that. It made me accountable. If you didn't ask me this often, I would have slacked off more.
I would say your course was super important. I think this was the main part, once you understand the course, and then I think the mocks were super important. Your emphasis on mocks, you kept nagging us that, get this mock done, do RCA. All of this was super helpful because questions were they were similar. So yeah, mocks were, there are so many mocks that you have, and if you do all of them, I'm pretty sure anybody who goes, who does them can easily clear a PMP.
Amer, first of all, thank you so much. I think without your guidance, it took me one complete year. I was preparing for PMP through books and everything. So I was giving some mocks also available online, and I was not able to, have that confidence that I'll be able to clear. But I'm telling you, after attending the classes, especially after doing the mocks, doing the RCAs, I was feeling confident enough that yes, I can attempt it. And the day you told me to book your exam, I still asked you that are you sure that I can give the exam? And you said yes, you're ready.
First of all, I thank you a lot for the privilege, because when I started encounter with your program through LinkedIn, so some of your thoughts, always motivating me, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. So I always follow you, almost everything, all your journeys. I watch all of them, even the one that they speak in your local language.
So that was not an easy journey, and it would not be possible without you. I really appreciate the support. He was always available for my questions and always put me in the right direction. And actually, if I want to say how was the journey, my journey started 2 years back. Then I first called you for the SP, and then you directed me to PMP, and then we did SP after that, and then you tricked me to do the PGMP.
Thank you so much, and again, Amer, thank you so much, and your mocks are really good. I mean, everyone should do your mocks for sure, and then they will be all prepared for the exam. And trust your program.
And then you came with your follow-ups, and that kind of really boosted me. Those daily follow-ups, making sure that I was getting the mocks that I needed to do completed, and following up on me, it really boosted my motivation again. And as I was started doing those mocks, I got an opportunity for a job which required me to have PMP, so I had to go for PMP before I get the interview.
Mostly coaching goal is for you understand how you will solve the question. Mostly it is like that. We can only do the 10 or 12 questions, maybe less than that. But main thing is it will come into your bones that you have to do elimination technique. So you cannot go just, okay, this is the answer, I will go directly put this answer. That is the main thing. It will come into you that you have to do elimination technique. That is the best thing for coaching on.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, with the right guidance from yourself, I managed to do good in the exam and to clear the PMP. I would say that your approach was really helpful because I'm not that type of a person who would sit there and read a lot of theoretical things to get things done. I'm more of a practical person who would prefer practicing over, sticking to the theoreticals. And
I would definitely say that the root cause analysis for me was the key. And here's why. Is some people try so hard to memorize all the processes and how they're all linked together. And if you do this, then you got to do that. And some people, maybe they think that way. That was very hard for me. It was just a lot to memorize. I'm not Amer Ali. I can't do that. So for me, just the process of actually answering the questions with your technique of process of elimination. And then you're left with always like two answers. Which one do you do? And if you get it wrong, you have to go do the root cause analysis. So thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you very much for everything. Fantastic. I would not have done as well as I had done if I hadn't had the foundation that you gave me, for sure.
Who here wants to be successful? Raise your hands. Hi guys, and I'm extremely happy for all of you joining here, and all of you show us that you want to be successful. In past 1 week, it has been so beautiful. Like in the month of November, we are reaching like 45 or 50 people near to that. I need to calculate. Yesterday, 5 people cleared, and in the evening, one more cleared. Like Sudha, my coach for that student, she said, "Sir, you need to edit the post. Now it's 6." In the morning, already 4 people have cleared, and I'm gonna share as many success journey as with you. And tomorrow my batch is starting. This batch has been designed so that you clear PMP in the minimum possible time. But before that, I want to share a success journey from my favorite place on the planet after US, after New York. That is UAE. I will be in UAE on Monday. Monday late night. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get a certified PMP with me, Ijaz. Ijaz, congratulations on clearing PMP, and I'm so proud of you. Unmute yourself. Click on the unmute button. I'm so proud of you and so glad that you are able to do it with all about target. Ijaz, it's your journey. Share it, please.
Thank you, Amir. Thank you, Amir and Sudha and your team. Really, everyone, they have make an incredible journey with you. And the exam, I never thought I thought maybe I will achieve around the target or something, but I have achieved more than the desired because of your the way you have done the coaching. Because in the exam, while using the simulator, I was a little bit afraid, but during the exam, the question also it was very easy. Really, it helped a lot. Your mock exam and everything, your material, it helped me a lot during the exam.
How did you manage time in the exam?
Time I just went to 80 and 75. Almost in the case like around 7 for the first I planned for 80 for the first session. I almost completed around 70, 78. Then for the remaining section, I just made it 75, 75. Almost within the time I managed.
Okay. Which topic was most highlighted in the exam? Like stakeholder communication? Which topic was?
Mainly I think Agile, stakeholder, and communication team. These are the related topic coming here and there. And also the question which I saw in the exam, it is like around 2 or 3 line only. Very few questions only I saw like a paragraph. Maybe because of the screen, maybe I saw around 3 or 4 lines, not more than that. And not a big paragraph I see. Only very because so many questions I see like 1.5 or 2 lines.
Perfectly fine.
And around 3 match the following also came. for me.
Three drag and drop questions also came.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even one of the question I remember it is it came through the simulator. Also, you have given the same question also appeared in the PUB, like a scrum of scrum something like
Okay,
that.
okay. It took you three and a half months to clear PMP, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
why it took you that much time?
Obviously, this is my thing also for many of the people because really I was because I was busy in the project. For me, it is very difficult to find the time. But if we have time, we should get initially the things done. Then it will be easy for us. Even I did the mistake by doing because whenever the because I did the preparation almost last 1 month only. I did the rigorous preparation before that, somewhat I just make the things, and due to your follow up and Sudha follow up only, I just made it those things. Really.
Mm, mm. Okay, okay,
Even
perfectly.
for other people also, I used to say try to finish as soon as possible because you also keep insisting on us the the syllabus is edition is going to change the new syllabus, so it will make me to okay, let's we should not wait for another time. So let it finish. So that is the reason I just made it.
How important booking the exam was for you? Like you get a date and then work backward towards it. How important that thing worked for you?
It was a bit initially it was registration, but when I started doing the mock exam and the elite exam, it was I thought okay, we are almost prepared. Only we can give the exam. This is my thought because it helped us a lot, the overall mock as well as this elite exam. It
Mm.
was helping a lot. So in that way, it was okay for me.
Okay, okay, perfectly understand. So obviously you gotta customize the roadmap according to your schedule, right? How important it is for anyone who's listening to get a roadmap that works according to your direction.
For the roadmap, usually we should start from what are the main things which I covered because in the topic wise it was that when we went to the PMP level, but during the while preparing for the exam, I just concentrate on the important topic of stakeholder communications and agile, then team. So it helped me a lot because the questions are mostly repetitive there. And while related to the quality and procurement, I just make it limited over there. So those things are the main area I just focused on. And related to quality, I just went through the your tips, so it helped me.
Okay, that's a perfectly fine thing to understand. Now, the most important thing for last 4 5 months, the follow up.
And
The
yes,
follow up
yeah,
was
really.
all every single coach like Martina does with her batch, you Sudha did with your batch. How important the follow up was. By the way, in last 24 hours, you are the third student of your batch that cleared. Do you know that?
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
in from batch six. So how important the follow up was for you?
Really, the follow-up only makes okay. We have something to finish it up. That really pushed me. Okay, the people are tracing us. We need to make it have a move on this one. That only makes me the things. And also your video on YouTube. Even though if I am not, appearing on the weekly call, but I always used to watch your video, like you used to post in the group and the YouTube. That helped me even whenever I get the time during traveling, like 15 minutes or 10 minutes or 30 minutes. That helped me a lot. Really.
Yeah, yeah. That is one of the most important thing in the program
Yes.
that I
Yeah.
want to make sure that you become certified PMP in the minimum possible time. We worked into that and we keep moving along the direction. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. How important in your point of view is to do question answers with detailed RC?
Yeah, it is very good for me to do the RCA because where we know what are the I mean we made the wrong, what is the answer, what went wrong, we then only we know, okay, these are the things, whether we have not prepared well or something like that, we I can understand, okay, I mean due to the RCA it was I mean the question RCA sorry, because of the RCA only I can able to recollect it what went wrong, and if there is something we have understand the wrong or something, I can able to get it.
Mm. Okay, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. How did you do RCA? Detailed RCA? How are you doing RCA? Can you share with me? Because many people get like a lot of thing on the RCAs, how we do not do.
Yeah, I mean, some of them like mindset principles are there. That one also helped me a lot for the principle which can how to answer those questions, and your keywords which helped me a lot for the your I mean the shortcut you have told, that elimination technique, and how to answer that, and like those keywords which helped me. So from the keyword, I try to find out, okay, what are the what they are significantly asking from the question, and what is the answer we should take. They are looking for that. So based on that one, I used to do the root cause.
I understand that. That's an awesome thing to understand how the root cause worked into it, and that helped actually a lot for you to become a certified PM. Did you read book or no book you read?
No, your booklet only. That is much more self-sufficient
So,
for
so
me.
no book whatsoever. Booklet is
No book. Yeah.
booklet, not a book
Yeah,
editing.
even I used to say, even during the session you given 2 hour 3 hour class, when you gave that those 10 minutes or 15 minutes like quick call, whenever I am doing the mistake or something, I want to recollect something, those videos which help me a lot.
Anything else you would like to share, Ijaz, to the people who are preparing?
Anything, yeah, I will say don't delay. Make as soon as book the exam, just move it on. Because initially I also felt, I mean, hesitation. I mean, okay, whether we are trying, but when you book the date and keep moving on, surely the exam is easy only. It is not. I felt not that much hard for me.
Okay,
So
okay.
everyone, based on the training and based on the study material, surely we can achieve.
Mm.
Everyone
Thank
can
you.
achieve it.
Thank you very much, Ijaz, for clearing it. I do come to the meetup. We will have
Yeah,
probably. Are you in Dubai or Abu Dhabi?
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. So Abu Dhabi, I
Yes.
will be on Friday. Did you register there?
No. Sorry.
Register there on the form, so that I can
Okay.
add the group of that and we can make sure you. So it will be a small gathering, probably 1 or 2 hours. I would love to meet you, and
Okay.
we will have a cup of maybe Starbucks of tea
Okay.
or tea on me.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. And the most important thing I'm gonna ask you in the end is each one teach one mantra. I build my entire training on this thing, that each person help another person. Okay.
Okay.
So
Sure.
not
Sure.
only if you know any friend, my program is starting tomorrow, please let them know.
Okay.
The most important thing I want to put it there is that whoever needs the help, help. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
it.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you. Thank you.
So this was Ijaz. I have at least 12 more people to record their journey. My throat is not
Okay.
helping. Thank you, Jaz. You can leave if you want.
Okay.
This was Ijaz, and I want to record everybody's journey, but he did all above target. I wanted to record it. My throat is not helping, and I have a batch tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm having a lot of coffees in last 5 days, but let's see. Let's keep moving forward. So, Martina, without further ado, Martina will start the question answers. I will try to bring more people for success journey. Martina is my favorite coach without saying anything. Like you, but you always have a favorite coach. Everybody knows that, right? So, and that's why she's doing the live question answer. Martina, go for it, please.
Thank you so much, Amer. So, yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Jane Martina, lead facilitator of Amer Ali's team. So, as Amer has already given me an intro, I would like to straight away go to the questions. So, today we'll be solving 10 questions. Yes, so I will be first reading out the question, then we will be having a timer running up. So kindly update your answers in the chat box. And then if any queries are there, we will look into the comments and we will discuss and we will move forward. Okay, clear? So starting off with the first question. An Agile pilot is underway for a mixed-use building project where on-site crews and a design team work in short sprints to adapt fit-out details. Frequent site constraints force backlog reshuffling, and several trade specialists have started disengaging from stand-ups, saying it's pointless since plans keep changing. The foreman privately says the mood on site is low and sprint goals are being met with minimum enthusiasm. Which approach is effective to restore engagement? Option A, hold a backlog review that emphasizes how evolving priorities contribute to overall project success. Option B, invite the affected specialists to propose refinements to sprint goals that still align with delivery milestones. C, share positive examples from other agile construction pilots to reinforce the value of adaptive planning. Option D, introduce recognition moments at the end of each sprint to highlight contributions despite planned changes. So now the timer goes. Okay, so the timer is up. So let's solve the question. So it clearly says it's an agile project. So we know what is the SDLC or the life cycle of the project is. So it is agile. And when you see they are working on mixed use building project and they are working on short sprints. So because of short sprints and few site constraints, the backlog reshuffle is happening frequently, and they have several trade specialists who are disengaging from stand-up. So they are not participating in the stand-up meeting. They are saying it is pointless since the plans keep changing. Why? It is because of site constraints. So the foreman who is on the site is saying the mood of the entire team that is working is low, and the sprint goals are being met with minimum enthusiasm. So minimal enthusiasm. So there is not much interest from the team to work towards the sprint goal. So we have identified the keywords from here, and the entire problem is there is a changing requirement that keeps the team from not moving towards the sprint goal with the minimum enthusiasm. So let's go back to the question and let's see what does the question says. Which is effective to restore engagement, so which will bring back the team to work on the sprint goals. So let's go option one by one and let's see which will be like more towards to resolve this particular issue. Okay, option A, it says hold a backlog review that emphasizes how evolving priorities contribute to overall project success. So it says you hold a review, hold a backlog review. That is what they are already being doing, and how you have to evolve the priorities. But even though then they are having that the point, they keep on getting the changed on the backlog based on the constraints. So option A somewhat seems to be like a solution, but it doesn't solve it, as still the problem is continuing to have that issue. Option B, invite the affected specialist to propose refinements to sprint goals that still align with delivery milestones. Here I can see the 2 points. One is they are talking about the changes still align with the delivery milestone, and second, they are asking the affected specialist to propose the refinements to the sprint goals. So meaning they keep on saying that it is getting changed and no point in working towards the sprint goal. So we are asking them to propose the refinements to the sprint goal, which is still assigning with the delivery milestone, which seems to be the more effective solution. But we won't stop here. We will also go to the option C and D and see still these doesn't be the right answer. Option C, share positive examples from other Agile construction pilots to reinforce the value of adaptive planning. So this is kind of not a direct solution for this. Maybe they can refer to it, and then when it comes to the reinforcement of the value, it may or may not situate here. It doesn't resolve a solution immediately. So maybe at a later stage when they do a lesson learn, maybe at the beginning when they want to consider few things, they could have referred to the lesson learned of the other Agile construction pilots projects, but now doing that won't be a right option. So I will eliminate option C. I will go to option D. Introduce recognition moments at the end of each sprint to highlight contributions despite plan changes. This seems to be a more realistic option, but still this doesn't address the root cause of the issue. Even though if they are going to get the recognition, but still the sprint goals are not met with enthusiasm because of the changing requirements, I think this won't be effective. So option A, option C, option D are eliminated, and option B seems to be addressing two of the issues. So we'll be moving on with this option. So you can put any comments over there. We will discuss why it is not right, and then any questions can be addressed once I have given the explanation. Once the explanation is given, please update in the chat box or in the message box saying agreed or not. Okay, thank you. Moving on to the next question. Hospital renovation project has fixed completion date due to regulatory inspection schedules. The contractor warns that the custom medical gas system might arrive 2 weeks late, risking the final inspection timeline. No contingency is built into the current schedule. What is the best immediate step for the project manager? A, analyze how the delay affects the critical path and identify possible resequencing options. Option B, discuss temporary installation alternatives with a contractor while awaiting delivery. Option C, review the procurement contract to determine potential acceleration clauses. Option D, consult the quality team to see if partial inspections can be arranged before full installation. So here goes the timer. Okay, so the timer has ended. Now let's get back to solving the question. So from the question, we can identify that this follows a predictive method. So a hospital renovation project has a fixed completion date, says that the timeline is fixed due to regulatory inspection schedules. The contractor wants the custom medical gas system might arrive 2 weeks late, risking the final inspection timeline. So here it says like it is going to risk the inspection timeline. So here there is no contingency is built into the current schedule. So here the most important aspect to notice here is the best immediate step for the project manager. And it has a keyword saying a regulatory inspection has been scheduled, and it is the arrival of this custom medical gas system by 2 weeks late is going to risk this. Okay, now let's get back to the options. Analyze how the delay affects the critical path and identify possible resequencing options. Option B, discuss temporary installation alternatives with contractor while awaiting delivery. C, review the procurement contract to determine potential acceleration clauses. D, consult the quality team to see if partial inspections can be arranged before full installation. So option A, it says how this delay is affecting the critical path and identify possible resequencing options. So here they say that this is going to arrive 2 weeks late, and here they are saying it is going to risking the final inspection timeline. So how it is going to impact it? Yes, it is going to arrive 2 weeks late, and it is going to risk the inspection. But how and what exactly the steps needs to be taken can be done only after analyzing the delay the critical path is going through. And here it says identify possible resequencing options. The resequencing options can be anything. Here they have not mentioned it. So and we should always have this mindset that there can be n number of assumptions, but when solving questions, we have to restrict our options within this code. So I find it okay. Before taking any further actions, analysis of the impact and acting accordingly would be the major role. Okay, so for me, this seems to be a better option. So in the same way, I will be discussing option B, discuss temporary installation alternatives with contractor while awaiting delivery. So this means like you are directly acting without seeing how it is going to impact. Okay, so how it is going to impact the critical part? What are the activities that is the task one or of predecessor, successor, in which activity is going to impact in the critical path is not being identified yet. So only after doing that, they can do the exact action that is needed. Option B talks about the exact option, okay, exact action that has to be done, but we don't know whether this will solve the issue. So option C, review the procurement contract to determine potential acceleration clauses. Yes, but doing this, is it going to assist in fixing the timeline or the critical path is unknown. It can be taken at a later stage, but not immediate step. Option D, consult the quality team to see if partial inspections can be arranged before full installation. Again, this is also an action item. Without determining how it is going to affect the successor and predecessors on the critical path, exact actions cannot be taken. So from the PMI perspective, they will always give you an option since which all four may be right, and only the option which stands out is like the sequencing. So without analyzing the impact and how it affects the critical path, you cannot determine the actions taken. Okay, fine. So I can see the comments like most of them has agreed to this option. So I'm moving on to the next question.
Martina, can you give me 10 minutes? I want to record Saurabh journeys also. I told you We have a lot of people. We will be adding as they are joining. Sorry for that.
Oh, sure, Amar, sure, Amar. So I'll
Can you stop?
just share.
Yeah. Okay, guys, my goal is here to share with you at least 10 success journeys. I'll see how much my throat allows. Anyone has a local remedies to prepare my throat for tomorrow, I am open to suggestion. But you can leave it for a minute. Okay. Okay. So Saurav from Oman cleared PMP finally with so many
Hi, sir.
challenges, with so many challenges, so many doubts on me. Sir, will I clear? Are you sure I clear? Did you clear?
Yes.
So
And
this
all
is your.
doubts are clear now.
So why don't you share your journey now, please?
Yeah, sure, sir. First of all, thank you very much, Amir sir. Like a coach, like a mentor. I remember our call. I pinged you. I think 2 months back before. Then I dropped. Then I pinged you back again. Then suddenly you call me one day, and you really changed my perspective related to PMP, because I told you that already in one of my project, the company has put it me and I was not able to perform, and that's what bring me to achieve PMP. And that was my target, that yes, in the next project at least I should be a certified PMP, so I can follow the rules and I can understand what actually the project is. So definitely now today I feel after clearing the PMP, it's totally a different mindset related to approach to your work, even to everything what is coming in your life. You look from a different perspective. So thank you very much for your all support, and not only you, all the facilitators, especially Sudha ma'am, and she was like I should say a bad teacher who always used to push students to achieve the target and do the mocks. I will also like to thank Raju sir, who was very keen on following up every day morning. I will see the message in my morning message will be of Raju sir. What is the update today? So it's always keep us, focused towards the goal, a single goal, that we have to be certified PMP. And so here it is. Regarding my journey, I will only say the RCA is very important. Starting my
You're, I'm losing your
doing the
voice a little
RCA.
bit. Can you repeat the RCA part?
Yeah, sorry, I was receiving a call. Uh, Regarding RCA part, I will like to emphasize all of them that RCA is very important, because in starting my scores were very low, and maybe I was doing the RCA but not in the proper way. But when I dig more into the first read the question, understand what it is asking, what is right, while
Again,
doing
you are getting
documentation is very important.
disrupt in between the call. Just to put this
Uh,
in there.
sorry, sorry. So doing RCA is very important to read the question and what option you have selected and what is the right option. That two things are very important. And I will also like to inform, when you give the exam, two of them are easily negligible. That is very easy. But the remaining two to choose the one best of them in that one will only help you when you do the RCA. So that is very important.
Hmm. Okay. So
Yeah.
RCA is the most important thing in your point of view, right? And
Yes.
I want to
Yes.
understand how are you doing RCA?
I will like to say I'm doing the RCA in both the ways. Previously, I was doing the RCA through Excel sheet. Then, just to save my time, what I did, Sudha ma'am guided me that if you want to save the time, you can do it in this way. Also, you can have a PDF editor, and you can uh, just print the entire thing as a PDF saver, and then you can write the notes on the PDF itself by small comments, and when it will help you, when it will save your time first of all, and it will help you when you will do the revision. So you can open the mocks. For example, if you are doing 180 mocks, so to do the RC of 180 mocks in Excel, it's quite difficult sometimes. So you can use the PDF editor in that case. It will really help save time and study it fast.
Mhm. Study it fast. Okay. Let's talk about the exam. How was the exam for you?
Exam was exactly the same. We discussed one day night before. The session one was very tough. It was kicking me up from left, right, from everywhere. Every question was tough. Tough in the say in the sense is two option you can is consuming a lot of time to select the right one.
Consuming
So
the
one was session was one was really tough. Session two was a little bit moderate, and third was more we can say like a easy.
Okay. This is very important thing to put in that. Okay, let's talk about for time management. How was the time management for the exam?
I follow the same, sir. I follow the same. I just put my timer for first session. I have to complete within 150 minutes, and the second session 75, and then 75. So 85, 75, 75. That was the rule which I followed.
Okay.
Yeah, and
80
one thing I will say, I didn't follow the flag mark in the questions. What I did, I just note down the questions which I am not confident, and I have allotted myself the remaining 5 minutes or 7 minutes time to just look over that questions which I have I have a doubt.
Okay. Perfectly fine. Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, what is your most important advice to like Jaziba, Abdul Haq, Ruchi, Suknya, or Tarek, Jugal, Tamur? What would Tamur? They are your batchmates. Some of them are. So how would
Yes.
you give them the advice?
Tamur, I know very well. Sometime he was with me in the brainstorming session also and doing mind maps. I will only say I know it's very difficult for us, especially like a student like me, where we have to maybe read the question one time or two time, but we have to develop this one. And only I will say one thing: if your scores are low, don't get demotivated. One day it will come where you will, that PMP is all about the mindset, I should say. So one day it will come when you do continuously the RCAs and question and answers. One day it will come that you will start picking the right option automatically. So it will come only through practice, which is very important. So we don't have to be demotivated in our journey, and we have to keep on doing the mocks as much as we can.
Okay, perfectly fine. So your roadmap was very different. How important the customized roadmap that we gave you for that?
Um,
I'm losing you. I'm losing you. Can you say again?
Can you to allow? Can you allow me 2 minutes, sir?
Yeah, for sure. You can take your time. It's all Martina. She's giving us that luxury, right, Martina? That we can have into it.
No
It's
issues,
her
Amer.
coach. It's
No,
her
not
coach.
at all a problem.
I
Because more
want.
than the questions, they will be liking how people really have walked their shoes, walked there in their shoes, and finally they have achieved. So they get a more confidence on seeing these success journeys. They will be motivated.
That's why I'm saying that they can share. Okay. So
Sorry,
yeah,
Amir.
how important the customized roadmap was for you?
Customized roadways was very important because first of all you have to book the exam. That is very clear. If you don't book the exam, you will not get the motivation. And I will say students like me will never get the motivation until there is something behind you. So that booking the exam is very important because we know this is our target and this is how we have to go. And another advantage of having the roadmap is that I know this day I have to do this much, so I have to do either it is after office or in the night or whenever you get time, you have to. So
Whenever
it is
you.
very important. Short, small targets when you try to achieve, and then you can achieve a bigger goal.
You already talked about the follow-up. How important the question answer session, or also known as coaching calls, are. You attended a bunch of coaching calls, some long, some short. So how important these coaching calls are and why?
coaching calls are only important, sir, because you understand how the other people thinks and how the other people's have a perspective to understand the question. So to be very frank, in the starting, this is what one of the major problem, or we can say a problem, when my score was not good. I'm telling you very frankly, whenever I used to do a coaching call, I used to do by myself just to evaluate. And then in the second session, when I was doing brainstorming with other people's, I come to know the approach of other people's, which is very important for us to understand. So I will recommend, if anyone is trying to do the mocks by own, please don't do it. Let's do all together, because when you will discuss and select the option, you will come to know the other way of understanding the question and answering it.
Okay. Okay, perfectly fine. Okay, perfect. Did you read the book or only booklet?
Only booklet, sir. Only booklet, and it really helped me. You remember, I called you one day and you share me the 72. I forgot the name. What was that?
70 tips and tricks.
70 tips and tricks. That was really helpful.
That was helpful. Okay, the 70 tips
Yeah.
and tricks were helpful for you. Okay.
That was helping me to build my base when I was my score was very low at that moment, and when I studied this, it helped me to build my base actually.
Okay, perfectly fine. Okay. Anything else that you would like to share with the people who are preparing for the exam or who will be preparing along the way?
I will only say, sir, guys, keep motivate yourself. I know we have from batch 7 especially, we are doing the preparation for almost 3 months now, and keep motivate yourself and keep doing the same thing what you are doing. Maybe a little bit more push to yourself, and hopefully when you will give the exam, it will be clear. I will only say we all are in the right hands, so don't worry about it. There can
Thank
be
you.
nothing best than this.
Thank you. And that's true. I am the best PMP trainer in the world. And the success record proves that. Like,
Definitely, sir.
I love what Muhammad Ali used to say, I am the best. So I have a success record to prove that I am the best PMP trainer. I have the best team.
Yes.
Martina, Sudha, Raju, Manishka, Said, every single trainer of mine, Mohit, Krishna, they are the best. Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you very much. And at the end,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
always love to say that each one teach one is the mantra of the game. If you know any of your
Sure.
friends who can do a program, my class is starting tomorrow. Secondly, whoever reaches you in the group, so help them as much as you can.
Sure, definitely. I will definitely, sir. And maybe I will surely recommend you one student, which is my wife, very soon, because she got motivated now since I cleared the exam. So hopefully, I will call you soon for that. No worries, sir.
Sure thing, sure thing. Thank you very much, and I wish you best of luck. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good day, everyone. Bye bye.
Okay, Martina, over to you. Your coaching call. I will be disturbing you with one more, probably minimum one more students. Two are in line, but I will be disturbing. So I'm giving you heads up right now. Okay.
No issues, Amer. You can anytime. Okay, so guys, let's get back to the questions. So yes, we are on third question. So let's get back to this. Midway through a cross-department digital transformation, an executive sponsor learns that a competitor launched a similar solution and urges the team to pivot towards a new feature set. The pivot would require rescoping two work streams, delaying existing deliverables. Other stakeholders are unaware of this request. Which action would best address the sponsor's request? Option A, gather preliminary feasibility input from workstream leads before briefing the full stakeholder group. Option B, review the original business case to assess alignment between the new features and intended project value. Option C, request the sponsor to outline expected benefits so these can be compared with current priorities. Option D, share the potential pivot impact with all stakeholders to enable a joint decision on the next steps. So let's start the timer. Okay, so going back to the question, so the identifying the keywords and understanding the problem statement. So the project is an execution process group. That time they learned that their competitor has launched a similar solution what the entire team is working on, and the sponsor is urging the team to include new feature. And including this new feature, the team has already analyzed that to implement this change, there will be required to rescoping 2 work streams, and it will delay the existing deliverable, saying that it is going to delay in schedule as well. So now other stakeholders are unaware of this request. So now what would be the best action to address the sponsor request? So best action is the keyword here. So option A, they say gather preliminary feasibility input from workstream leads before briefing the full stakeholder group. Okay, here the option says they wanted to brief it to the stakeholder group, and they also wanted to do the preliminary feasibility inputs from the workstream leads. So this says like even before assessing whether their current project has a similar kind of a functionality or not, they are jumping into setting up something. So I will keep that as option as not a best way to address it. Let's go to the option B. Review the original business case to assess alignment between the new features and the intended project value. So this talks about you're going back to your original business case, and you assess whether this new feature and the intended project value are aligning. Is there any deviation? If there is any deviation, then you will act accordingly. So for me, this seems to be a more better option, which doesn't create a chaos at the first place. It is always very important, guys, when there is something that the market has launched and similar questions comes to you, like what you will do as a project manager. Always remember this. Go back to your original business case and check whether this is in alignment with your project value or not. So that is the most important step the PMI wants a PM to do at the first place. Okay, so based on that, I will go with option B. But no, we are not going to stop here. We'll be going to option C and D to eliminate it. Request the sponsor to outline the expected benefits so these can be compared with current priorities. Here the sponsors learns about the situation, but he is urging the team to pivot towards a new feature set, but he has not given anything that is outline expected benefits. He has not given it. So asking him, yes, that can be an option, but for me B stands still good. So I will be still going with B. So let's go to the C. Share the potential pivot impact with all stakeholders to enable a joint decision on the next steps. As I said, this is going to create a chaos among the stakeholders because everybody is working in the execution process group, and this will create unnecessary chaos. So for me, I will go with the option B, which is again aligned with the PMI mindset. Okay, clear? Agreed? Thank you. We are moving on to the next question. So again, this question says, 2 Agile team depends on a shared API. One team needs a breaking change for their sprint goal. The other wants that implementing it now will cause them to miss their own commitments. The release train engineer is unavailable until next week, and both teams are escalating frustrations. So which approach is most appropriate in this situation? Arrange a joint working session to explore alternatives that minimize disruptions to both team sprint goals, Option B, document both team needs and delay the change until a coordinated release can be planned. C, encourage each team to adjust sprint scope to absorb the impact of the API change. Option D, capture the risk in dependency log and revisit during the next program increment planning. Okay, so let's go back to the question, decode it. The two Agile teams are there. They are working on an API which is shared to be between both the teams. One is saying it needs a breaking change, and the other is saying doing that will miss their own commitment. So the release train engineer is responsible for that to make a decision, and the both teams are escalating frustration. It is a kind of a conflict management question here. So which approach is most appropriate in this situation? So as you see the options, option A says arrange a joint working session to explore alternatives that minimize disruption to both teams' sprint goals. Yes, this makes sure that the sprint goals are not compromised. At the same time, they work together to explore alternatives in a roundabout solution, how they can minimize the disruption. This seems to be a better option in terms of collaborative and working, because one of the most important and most asked conflict resolution is collaboration. So this option A stands for it. But let's go to the other options to eliminate it. Option B says you document both team needs and delay the change until a coordinated release can be planned. So this is something you are accommodating, saying them, okay, this can be done and delayed. So this is like smoothing. So you are accepting both teams and then you are delaying implementing it. So this is not most suitable option in many of the conflict resolution stages or scenarios. Option C, encourage each team to adjust sprint scope to absorb the impact of the API change. This is a compromise way that they have to adjust sprint scope. So which is first place not agreeable. So this is cannot be the right option. Option D says capture the risk in dependency log and revisit during the next program increment planning. This is more towards a predictive approach where you capture that in the dependency log and postpone it to the next program increment planning, which is not desirable. So we are going with option A. Okay. Guys, actually, when I'm describing and using elimination technique, I'm also suggesting you how you can do an RCA. So this is how we will be doing RCA when you are doing it in your Excel sheet or the PDF. So even if you're not getting the answers right, now I'm explaining you. So this is the explanation when you do an RCA. So this is how you identify the keywords. You will be stressing on the most apt words, keywords from the question, and then you will be going to the each option and then justify why it is right and understand why the other options are wrong. Okay, clear? We are moving to the next question. Question 5. A global software program using a hybrid approach is integrating new compliance requirements mid-phase. Remote teams in 3 countries must adjust feature delivery, but time zone gaps and differing interpretations of the requirements are causing inconsistent changes. Which choice best reduces the compliance risk while maintaining the progress? Option A established a shared compliance checklist agreed upon by all teams, reviewed at daily sync points. Option B centralized compliance decision with the main office to ensure uniform interpretation. Option C assigned regional leads to interpret the requirement locally and align outputs at milestone reviews. Option D says pass lower priority features until compliance changes are fully incorporated into the all work streams. So here goes the timer. Okay, so here the remote teams are working in 3 different countries, and because of the time zone gaps, they are having different interpretation of the requirements, which is causing them inconsistent changes. So because of the time zone gaps, they are not able to discuss the requirements on discuss the requirements and have consensus on the requirement. Because of one team discussing and having a different interpretations, it is getting impacted, and it is inconsistent changes are happening. It is causing inconsistent changes. So here you need to address the impediment and resolve the situation. Okay, so let's go to the options. Option A, it says establish a shared compliance checklist agreed upon by all teams, reviewed at the daily sync points. So here they are saying they should have a daily sync points, and during that they should review their shared compliance checklist. So meaning, okay, this is the particular requirement, this is done, needs to be addressed. So they will have a compliance checklist which is agreed by all teams, and here they are saying a word shared. So that means each team will be having an access to edit it, and they will be reviewing it at the daily sync points. Yes, this seems to be a good approach where it doesn't stop anybody's work, or it doesn't put a bottleneck over there. Okay, so let's go to the option B. Centralized compliance decisions with the main office to ensure uniform interpretation. Here they are saying they should put everything to the compliance decisions to the centralized main office, and they will be maintaining that compliance, and so that they can ensure uniform interpretation. But I see here is like, again, because of the time zone gaps, this might cause a bottleneck, because one team has to wait for a long time to know because of their time zones, and it doesn't resolve the solution, resolve the issue. Okay, so option C, assign regional leads to interpret the requirement locally and align outputs at milestone reviews. So here it says milestone reviews, which is like a very farther farther place from what they are working on, because each team will be working according to their own interpretation, and when they come to the milestone reviews, they might not be in synchronous. So this is going to cause more risk. So definitely this option has to be eliminated at first place. Option D says pause lower priority features until compliance change are fully incorporated into all work streams. So this is unnecessary delaying the actions. So you cannot pause until further things to be completed, because you need to figure out a best choice to reduce compliance risk. And also you will have to while maintaining the progress. So among the options we discussed, option A seems to be the more relevant option in providing solution in reducing the compliance risk as well as maintaining the progress. Even though they maintain a checklist which is shared, they review at the daily sync point. They have a daily sync point. So meaning it will be going hand in hand, and the progress will also be maintained. Okay, guys, stay with this session. Still 5 more questions to go. Question 6. Hospital's hybrid IT facility upgrade is behind schedule.
Madina, if someone leave the session, don't ask them to stay. We will complete 10 questions. Take your time. You see, those who want to learn, they will stay. Those who want to go, let them go. Okay?
Okay. Her hospital's hybrid IT facility upgrade is behind schedule due to late delivery of specialized imaging equipment. A sudden regulatory inspection date has been set earlier than expected, and leadership pressures the team to meet it. Clinical staff and technical teams are clashing over which activities should take priority, creating friction during joint planning sessions. Which steps should be taken first to address the situation? Option A says open a joint review session to agree on the minimum viable set of activities that must be completed before inspection. Map all critical tasks against the new inspection date, highlighting overlaps that require cross-team coordination. Consult the project stakeholder engagement plan to determine the best approach for addressing inter-team disagreements. Option D says create an adjusted delivery roadmap showing how each team's priorities contribute to regulatory readiness. Here goes the timer. Okay, going back to the question. So it's a hybrid project. They have behind the schedule due to late delivery of specialized imaging equipment, and suddenly they have a regulatory inspection date, and that has been set earlier than expected. Okay, so the problem over here is the clinical staff and the technical team are clashing over which activity should take priority, creating friction during the joint planning session. So this means like the most important keyword here is which activity should take priority. So that means prioritizing the most important activities that needs to be addressed before the regulation inspection date. So let's go to the question, which steps should be taken first to address the situation. So let's go to the option A. It says you open a joint review session to agree on minimum viable set of activities that must be completed before inspection. Okay, if the question doesn't talk about prioritizing the activity, maybe this seems to be more agreeable to the PMI terms, where collaborate with the teams to agree on the minimum viable set of activities that must be completed before inspection. But here they are not clear about which activity should take priority. So let's go to the option B. Map all critical tasks against the new inspection date, highlighting overlaps that requires cross-team coordination. This option addresses two things. One is here they are first prioritizing by mapping all the critical tasks to the new inspection date. So they are first identifying the critical task, mapping the critical task to the new inspection date, and which also highlights the two teams where they need to cross coordinate with each other. So this is addressing both. So let's go to the option C. Consult the project stakeholder engagement plan to determine the best approach for addressing inter-team disagreements. Yes, this seems to be like more aligned to the PMI mindset, where you will consult the plan and do the activity for addressing inter-team disagreements. But here the issue is how they should prioritize. So here the option B still stands good because it discusses about mapping, like giving in how they will actually prioritize and work with the team collaboratively. So this also aligns with more of a PMI term, but let's wait and see option D. Create an adjusted delivery roadmap showing how each team's priorities contribute to regulatory readiness. Here they are talking about how individual teams' priorities contribute to regulatory readiness, where it is also talking about adjusted delivery roadmap, which is like they are going in for rescheduling or adjusted delivery roadmap, which is not entertained at the first place. So the keyword is taken first, and from the keyword question is which activity should take priority. So here, more than conflict resolution, here the question asks about prioritizing, so we go with option B. Agree? Okay, going on to the next question. An enterprise transformation program in predictive mode relies on two major vendor contracts. A PMO analyst reports that one vendor's performance metrics are trending below SLA for the past month, and there's a risk of missed milestone in the next quarter. No formal impact analysis has been completed yet. What should be done first? Review contract terms with the procurement team to identify potential remedies if the SLA breach is confirmed. B. Conduct a structured probability and impact analysis to quantify the potential schedule and cost implications. C. Convene a cross-vendor coordination meeting to explore adjustments that reduce dependency bottlenecks. D. Log the risk in the risk register with provisional scoring and update at the next governance review. The timer goes. Okay, so coming back to the question, so here they says they are in the predictive mode and they are having two major vendor contracts. One vendor's performance metrics are trending below SLA and there's a risk of missed milestones in the next quarter. So impact analysis is not being done yet. So what should be done first? So this seems to be a pretty direct question. Okay. There's a risk of missed milestone in the next quarter. This can be a little tricky word here, and it is a predictive life cycle. And let's go to the options one by one. Review contract terms with procurement team to identify potential remedies if the SLA breach is confirmed. So here they're saying, the question says, no formal impact analysis has been completed yet. They have just identified that they have missed milestones, risk of missed milestones. So that meaning they have not done the impact analysis yet. So before doing the impact analysis, going and looking out for remedies if the SLA breach is confirmed is like, okay, it can be done, but whether it will be a first step or not, that is the question here. So coming back to the question, option B, conduct a structured probability and impact analysis to quantify the potential schedule and cost implications. Yes, in the question they had said no formal impact analysis being done. So first, they have missed the SLA for the past month and there is a risk. So you will go and identify the risk by doing the probability and impact analysis at the first place and quantify the potential schedule and cost implications. Then with this, you can identify whether they have breached the SLA and can go and confront the procurement team. Okay, so yes, option B seems to be more towards the first step done.
Martina, 1 second. 1 second. I am breaking Martina here to just announce PMI just launched PMBOK 8 right now. Okay. Stop the screen sharing. I just downloaded it and I have been saying it for a long time. Right now, in this second, PMI just launched PMBOK 8. Here you go. This is PMBOK 8. If you're a PMI member, you can download it. And this is my PMBOK. 401 pages. Exam is not changing right now. I told to my facilitator and everyone that PMBOK will be launched in Phoenix, and this is your PMBOK 8th edition. Everyone can see that, Martina? You can see that? This is your PMBOK 8th edition. I have not looked it. I just saw that and I just put it there. Here you go. This is your entire PMBOK. I cannot share more. It's licensed. So PMBOK 8 big news has been launched right now. Everyone, exam is not changing as of now. By the end of this year, in the mid of January, I can guarantee you till 15th of January, exam is not changing. Okay. So, but PMBOK is launched. So I just wanted to share. Info technology, why you are crying? What's your problem? Okay. So if you're a PMI member, I do recommend read it, download it, and that will be great. Okay. Martina, since I stopped you now, I can also add one more journey. Okay. Can I add, Martina, if you allow me? I cannot hear you. You left the screen again.
Yes, Amer, you can.
Okay.
No issues.
Okay.
You want me
So,
to know?
but you carry on. Hamza will join, then I will take it from there. Martina, you carry on, then I'll remove you. Yeah, don't worry about it. Exam will change. I'll tell you. Martina, please carry on with the question.
One second, Amer. Okay. I'm sharing the screen again. So we are in option C, convene a cross-vendor coordination meeting to explore adjustments that reduce dependency bottlenecks. Again, it can be a later step, but if you ask me, is it a first step? I won't say it. And see, the option D is more towards the PMI, where we have identified a risk and it has to be logged into the risk register. Yes, but you look at the second option, update at the next governance review. So this is something like you delay it for no reasons on acting, right? You can do the impact analysis as a first step. So with this, I think we will go with the option B. Okay. Going on to the next question. So during sprint planning for a cross-functional agile initiative, a newly engaged stakeholder insists on reordering backlog priorities and citing direct instructions from the CEO. The product owner is hesitant to respond without clear guidance. Team members are looking to you for directions. Which approach is most appropriate at this point? A, validate the stakeholders' input against the agreed product vision and current sprint goals before considering the changes. B, refer to the stakeholder engagement strategy to determine how to handle late stage influence on backlog priorities. Option C, arrange a discussion between the stakeholder, product owner, and sponsor to align on priority setting authority. Option D, capture the requested changes in the backlog and flag them for consideration during the next refinement session. Your timer goes now. Okay, so here they are in the sprint planning phase of an agile initiative. So they have a newly engaged stakeholder who is insisting on reordering backlog based on the instruction from the CEO. So the product owner is hesitant to respond without clear guidance, and the team is looking to you for directions. So in this situation, what will be your most appropriate action at this point? So first option A says validate the stakeholders' input against the agreed product vision and current sprint goals before considering the changes. This one thing, always make sure whatever the changes, as we discussed earlier in back in one or first or the second questions, whenever there is a change to the requirements and it is insisted by the senior management, always go and refer to the agreed product vision and check whether the current sprint goals are getting changed or impacted before considering the changes. If still that is your product vision and the goal is aligning to that, and then there is no way, I mean, no point in going in implementing it. You can just provide them based on this. You are online with the goal. Okay, so option A seems to be right, but let's go and eliminate the other options. Refer to the stakeholder engagement strategy to determine how to handle late stage influence on backlog priorities. Here, this is a more of an agile, and this says stakeholder engagement strategy is more towards a predictive approach. So this option can be eliminated. Option C says that you call in all the stakeholder, product owner, sponsor to align on priority setting authority, but this one is not talking about who has to set what priority. It is more of a kind of a chaos creating, calling in all stakeholders, and not about setting priority. So this option can be eliminated. Option D says capture the requested changes in the backlog and flag them for consideration during the next refinement session. Can be done, but there is no immediate action because the team is looking at you for the direction. So you can immediately, this says that you will be checking with the business value and you will be providing the details for the product owner to respond to the stakeholder who's come from the CEO. Okay, so moving on to the next question. An ERP compliance upgrade is in its final phase. Okay, legal and IT leads disagree on interpretation of key regulations, each citing contractual language to support their position. The launch date is in 8 weeks. The steering committee meeting in 2 weeks. What is the most suitable next step? Facilitate a joint review of regulation with both leads and a neutral compliance expert to identify acceptable interpretation. Option B, document both positions and present them at the next steering committee meeting for resolution. Option C says refer to the compliance management plan to outline the process for resolving regulatory interpretation disputes. Option D says request written clarification from regulatory board to remove ambiguity before proceeding. The timer starts.
Martina, can we record now if you're okay? I was waiting
Yes,
that you end that
yes,
question.
Amer. Yes, Amer. Yes, just
Can we do that?
just yes, yes.
Yeah. So today I have a lot of journalists. By the way, one more time, PMBOK 8 has been launched. You can download it from there. So now we have Hamza, who originally joined in batch 5, then he moved to batch 6. So Hamza, congratulations on clearing PMP. Hamza, share your journey, please.
Yes. So I joined back in June. One of my friends joined the program and she had very good reviews. So I wanted someone who's practical, someone who will follow up, and someone who will teach me on my journey to passing the exam. So I joined in June and I did the course. And then from then on, I was not sure when I want to write the exam. And then with my facilitator Sudha and Amer's insistence, I was able to get focused, stay on track, book an exam, and then work backwards from the exam date to my preparation, and make sure that I have all the bases covered. The mock exams, the constant follow ups from Sudha. Every day she will send me, give me an update, kind of forcing you to move along, which is sometimes you need that. And one of the most important things I think I learned throughout the journey was the concept, the motto of one is greater than zero. So make sure that every day you are doing one extra step than you were doing yesterday, and you keep building on that on a daily basis until you hit your max point, and then even then you can always keep building. So my tips would be that stay relaxed, follow the roadmap that your facilitator will build for you, and rely and trust the process, and you will be fine in the exam.
Okay. Okay. How did you manage time?
It's difficult. It's very difficult with a full time job, with the family, and with everything, all the distractions you have in the background. But you have to you have to focus on the goal, and there will never be enough time in the day. But you have to find the time, and you have to, if you can't do the full mock, if you can't see the full video, do half video, and do it piece by piece, and then eventually you'll find the 4 hours or 3 hours of dedicated time. So start piece by piece and build on that, and you will find the time.
You will find the time. Okay, awesome. This is awesome. But how did you manage time in the exam?
So really, in my case, I followed again the mantra that we have been taught, that 80, 75, 75. Keep that in your mind and keep track of time. And some questions may be easy, some questions may be hard. So as you move along, always give yourself that time check in different areas of the exam, that how you're doing versus time, and keep the guidelines that you have been taught in mind, that what not to cross, and you'll be fine. In my case, I actually finished much earlier than the full time allocated. I found the exam to be pretty straightforward in my experience. So I didn't have a time problem. I didn't have a question problem. There were a few which I flagged, but for the most part, I was able to go through the exam without any hesitation.
Without any hesitation. Okay. How many questions were drag and drop?
Zero. No drag and drop questions. There were regular multiple choice. There were like maybe a few questions where you had to select three that apply or select two that apply. Other than that, they were simple, straightforward, multiple choice questions.
Okay. Which mocks did help you a lot for the exam?
I think all of them. The most were the overall mocks, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That they were really helpful, and even the actually, it's hard to pinpoint, but I think overall every mock that I did helped me build my knowledge base, build my skills to how to answer a question, and kind of refine the skills that you need. The elimination technique, the concept to keep in mind, those different techniques. The more mocks you do, the more helpful it will be for you as you give the exam.
Hmm. Okay, okay, that's perfectly fine. Okay, let's put the mocks, a lot of mocks you did and exam. Which mocks were most important for preparing you?
I think the agile mocks were the most important ones. The mocks which had agile, the more focused agile questions, because the exam was mainly about how do you, in an agile environment, what would you do in a organization which is shifting from predictive to agile, what would you do? So having a good grasp of those agile concepts will really uh, will really help you prepare and be ready. And the more situations that you're exposed to, the more understanding you'll have how the concept applies into different situations.
Hmm. Okay, okay. How important it is to do the root cause analysis?
The root cause analysis is very important. It's important to understand the concepts. You don't need to, I think, memorize the definition of it, but you need to understand how the concept works and how it can be applied into different situations. So root cause
Okay.
specifically is a, I think the word says root. Root means going deep. So finding out what the problem is, that's it's important to understand such.
It's important to understand. Ah, Sarmad also joined. That's awesome. Okay, Hamza, what else you would like to? Sorry, Martina. Martina, I have never recorded that many success journeys. By the way, guys, all of you, I want to share you one thing. I'm among the contributor of PMBOK. My name is there. I was just looking at. Just want to show you, Hamza, if you are okay. I'm very excited for that. Yeah. So Amir Ali. Now I'm thinking I should have written PFMP, PGMP, PMP because other people have written that. Only my name is written because I put the
Why
same name
not?
on Instagram.
You should have.
Huh?
Why
Yeah,
not?
but maybe now. Now what is done is done. They are not gonna change it. Okay. Hamza, any final advice that you would like to share to the people? How they
As
should
I
prepare
said,
for?
one is greater than zero. Remember that and keep that in mind. And what I say is one is greater today. Tomorrow it should be 2, 3, 4, 5. You should keep building and not always come back to zero and start. Keep building, stay focused, and trust the process. Trust the system that you have been taught, and you will be just fine.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Do stay with us. I'm gonna get Sarmad here,
Yep.
and Sarmad also gonna share. Then I want to combine to share something. Okay. Yes, Sarmad. Congratulations. Like all over the students, I can see Martinez getting a little bit angry, but that's okay. So students from all over the world clearing PMP in our style. So Sarmad, you are supposed to come as the first student to share the journey. Huh?
Sir, sir, apologies for late. I had an emergency to respond, but now I am
No,
totally free
but,
at your
but
disposal.
I have a very interesting thing. All
Sir,
men clear PMP in last 36 hours. Normally it does not happen. Last 12 PMPs are all men in last like 12 and 13 all are men. So men, yes, let's do it. I'm always supporting working moms and etc. But men also need to clear. Okay, Sarmat, walk me through your success journey. How was the exam? How did the root cause help? Please.
Sir, exam was, if I compare to mocks, it was pretty much easy than mocks. And the time management is easy, as you told in our last call, we had that 80, 75, 75. But if you trust, usually, if I say that if you have done your best and did the mock, in time according to time management, you will not face any difficulty regarding managing time. And exam is pretty much easy as compared to, if we I especially compare with those random mocks and that elite mocks which you at the end you gave, that was hell difficult. But if I compare exam in comparison to that, I believe that that is not much very difficult for the student who did all the mocks and they gone through the journey very smoothly. It is pretty much easy.
It is
And
pretty much.
sir, I am in front of you. I had a zero idea. In mid of August, I called you. At that time, I only knew the abbreviation of PMP.
Mm.
And in November, now I have cleared PMP, and in just 2 months, it's all because the journey to prepare is so systematic and so smooth that you don't get any difficulty. You just have to just give a 1 hour, 2 hour daily, and that is not a difficult thing. If as my brother said earlier, one is greater than zero. You just have to give a little bit of time.
Okay. How did you manage exam time today? Come again.
Sir, I manage it pretty well. At 1 hour, 170 minutes were left when I was done with the first 60 questions, and around 90 minutes or 95 minutes were left when I was left with 60 questions. And I finished the exam 38 minutes early before.
Okay. What was the hurry?
Sir?
What was the hurry? Why
Sir,
did
it
you?
was easy. No, sir, you called me. I was very much. You told me that first section would be. It is expected that first section would be difficult. Once I finished the first section, I was sure that second would be difficult because it was very much easy. Then I finished the second section, and that too was not that much difficult. And after, at third, I was just that get over. After two section, I knew that I am gonna clear it. So I was just eager to finish it so that I should have that certificate in my hand on which it should be a written pass. Because after two session, I was that much confident that I have done it very well.
Hmm, hmm. Okay, okay. That's an amazing thing, but you should have slowed down. You got all above target anyway, but that is a okay. Which area of the exam was most highlighted? Stakeholder communication, team, risk, whatever.
Sir, team management and stakeholder management. That
Team management.
I received. Yes, I received most of the questions related to team management. That your team member is not performing, or team member is have some issues, health problem, any problem, what you will do. And same with the stakeholders, not happy, or expectations are not met, stakeholder expectation, what to do as a project manager. I had say 6 to 7 drag and drop question. And I enjoyed them because there is a little bit of change of a screen in drag and drop, so I had enough time, so I was enjoying the drag and drop thing. They were easy, not. And I would must say that booklet which you gave, that 20 pages booklet, that is the Bible of PMP. If you remember, I am good at cramming. I literally crammed that booklet, and in attempting every question which was in front of me, that particular section of booklet, that made it too easy for me to attempt the question. Because if you read 5 to 6 times that booklet, you exactly know the flow chart of complete PMP and to solve that question. So if you know the basic step and flow chart of PMP, that then it is not a big deal to solve that paper.
Hmm. Okay, that's an awesome. How many drag and drop questions?
Sir, there were 5 to 6 drag and drop questions.
There are 5 to 6 drag and drop. Were they difficult?
No, sir. Not difficult. There was nothing I say that was out of those 20 pages. In
Hmm.
one line, if I say there was nothing in 180 question which was out of those 20 pages.
Hmm. For those who don't know what he's saying, he's talking about this. Okay, he's talking about this small booklet in if I can say in Urdu or Hindi, रट्टा लगा लो इसको, इसमें से एग्जाम आना है. So that's what
Sir,
Sarma is saying. Okay,
sir,
Samit, while solving question answers, how important the root cause analysis was for you?
sir, the mock is 100% built on the lines of the paper. If you are doing good in mocks and religiously doing the RCA, it is it is not possible that you're not gonna clear the
Hmm.
exam. If
Okay.
you are doing religiously RCA and mocks, rest assured you're gonna clear it. God forbid other thing happen. Like I had an health issue. I was supposed to give exam on 6th. So I had an health issue. I had to delay the exam. You helped me in that. I didn't knew the that chain process, where to approach, whom to request that I am not feeling well. I have to delay the exam 1 week. So, otherwise, if you have done religiously your mocks, and and then again, I will say that this PMP booklet, if you know this, if you
How many times
memorize
you read
this,
PMP booklet? How many times did you read PMP booklet?
sir, I thought I had read it more than 20 to 25 times. Sir, I from last 1 month I am reading it daily.
Ooh, reading it daily. Okay, awesome,
Sir,
awesome.
and this I would, if say, if anyone want to, someone ask me the shortcut to clear PMP, many of my batchmate approaches, if you say what is the shortcut, I say memorize those 20 pages. You gonna you will see the question, and you'll exactly that page of come in front of it, and the procedure, how to, where to mark, and what to do. That booklet, it is so good.
Hmm. Okay.
Basically, sir,
Anything else?
sir, basically it just clear the complete flow of topic. So the question is all about flow. What you have to done first, then what you have to done, and at what step, how you have to respond. That is all the in the booklet, and that what PMP question demands, that the procedure, what to do, when, and how to do it.
Okay, what to do, when to do, how to do, all those things are the part of it, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome, beautifully. Anything else that you can put in the context for the people when they are preparing for the exam, how they should prepare?
Sir, I would say that first of all, there is no requirement of reading books in PMP. Absolutely no requirement. You just have to, absorb the lecture, and after that, just trust the, what your facilitator is saying. Do the RCA. It will hurt you. It will take time. It will slow you down. But RCA is a thing which, at the end of the day, gives you confidence, and it also gives you confidence while doing the paper. After doing the question, if you have done RCA, after attempting the question, that I have done it, right or wrong. That I told you that after 120th question, I exactly knew that I am gonna clear this paper, because I have done very religiously the RCA. Even it was of elite mock or overall 180 mocks, I did RCA very religiously of all the things.
Hmm. You did RCA very religiously. That's really awesome, and I'm really proud of you. Okay, let me add the other guy also, Hamza here. Hamza, you are also here. So all three of us. So how would you put into the context, like all of you, the PMP? How would you put any guys? If you have any questions, please ask him. Hamza, you did not mention PMP booklet that much. So
I
do
did
you?
not read anything. I did not read no literature, nothing at all. The only thing I did was mocks. That's it.
You didn't do this?
No.
I need to talk to Sudha. Sudha was coaching you, na? Why she did not give it to you?
I don't think I needed it that much, but it
That's
was.
okay. Okay.
It,
So that's a
as
that's a very positive point of view. Martina, what do you think? That's a very different point of view. One person followed booklet by like a Bible, 20 pages. Other person never even opened it. So this is an
Yes, Amer.
yeah, this is an important note for everyone. There is no one way. That is why we call it customizable, right? That is the classical definition of customized roadmap. Okay, and both of you finished the exam before time, right?
yes.
Yes,
And
sir.
interesting, guys, in last 45 days, they are the only two students who did the exam before time. This is so interesting and such a beautiful coincidence. Like one student, Rahul Slan, I did not record his journey. He 53 minutes for last 60 questions. Sarmat, here exam also in Islamabad. 53 minutes for
Sir.
last 60 question. And in last 20 question, he ran. Like, maybe he's angry at me because after clearing the exam for 15 minutes, like I was yelling at him. After giving the exam, sir, I just gave, let the result come. I said, no, why did you do that? Why did you do that? You will, if you fail, I'm not gonna let you go. Right? So this is important thing, guys. We need to follow the methodology. Any final advice? Or Martina, you have any question for them?
First of all, congratulations to both of you. You have done the entire thing very religiously, and you have now inspired many people who are now in live session watching your journeys. I wish they also join your journey soon. So, one question is, as Amir said, that everybody has their different mindset, and that's why they need a different roadmap. So, what would be your one advice for everybody to overcome the challenge you faced in giving your time every day religiously for the PMP? How you managed your time to give it for this PMP? What made you do that?
So I can start. So I think the important thing is to remember.
Uh, I would say that
Let's one by one, one by one.
yes,
Martina first.
Hamza, you first, please.
Sorry, thank you. So I think the important thing to note is you're doing this for yourself, right? So you have to find the time, number one. Number two is you have to trust the process. As much as you need to know the concepts and the words and everything, you need to trust the process. You need to trust the experts like Amer, like Jane, and like Sudha. You need to trust those experts and then follow their advice to the dot. Don't deviate from that, and then you will be fine. You'll have doubts, of course, but let those doubts go away. Be positive and focus on the goal.
I would say that first step is to book the exam. Till the time you will not book the exam, you will not get the motivation to study. You know, if my facilitator and Sir Amer, you said again and again that book the exam because it gives you motivation. And after booking the exam, then the second part comes. You have to take the time out for your preparation. Just give 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, but do it religiously and give it regularly. You know, that which one is greater than zero, which my brother Ali said. Then give a time. Don't make your mind and just book the exam and just do, with the full heart what your facilitator is saying. Just try to do it little, but do it on a religiously on regular basis, and at the end, you'll gonna succeed. That's the final thing I would like to
Thank
say.
you very much, both of you. If anyone has any question, feel free to put in the chat box. Today is the only day I ever did 4 success journeys in one coaching call. Okay, so we actually had even 3 students still left that they want to record the journey, but we will maybe doing that later on. Martina, you will complete the coaching call now. Okay, so thank you very much, Hamza. Thank you very much, Sarmad. Really proud of you, and I wish you best of luck. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Martina, you
Thanks,
carry
sir.
on with your
Thank you, Amar. Yes. Okay, coming back to this, I think we have discussed the options already. Before that, we had seen 4 success journeys. I would just like to summarize what made them achieve that in this duration. First is they didn't forget why they started this at the first place. So they didn't forget the objective. So they stick towards it and they work towards the target. So they had a target, they booked the exam, they had a target, they worked towards the target, and then now they are sharing their journey. So I wish everyone in this coaching call is going to follow the same, and in within 1 month's time we are going to see you share this success journey very soon. Okay, so with this we are with the option like question 9, and as you can see here, they are going to facilitate a joint review of regulation with both leads and a neutral compliance expert to identify acceptable interpretations, because they are in the final phase. They cannot go back and work on anything. They cannot work on, because they have in conflict, and they are not agreeing on interpretation of the key regulations. So they are calling in a neutral compliance. It is a third stage of conflict management, where you first negotiate and then you will have mediate. So they are doing a person neutral compliance to identify acceptable interpretations, and that will be the option here. So moving on to the next question. In month 18 of a 24-month infrastructure project, repetitive tasks and lack of visible recognition are lowering morale among field engineers. Productivity has dipped, and though schedule performance is still within the baseline. What is most effective step to address this issue? Engage supervisors to identify quick win recognition opportunities that are meaningful to the engineers. Option B, review historical performance trends to determine whether the productivity decline is seasonal or systemic. C, involve engineers in identifying process improvements that could make repetitive work more engaging. D, highlight upcoming project milestones that showcase the importance of their current task. So your time starts now. This is the last question of our session. Okay, coming back to the question, they are finding productivity has dipped. They are left with 6 more months. And one thing is like their schedule performance is still within the baseline. That means their productivity drop hasn't impacted the schedule performance yet. So what is the root cause of this productivity issue? They have analyzed and they have found repetitive task and lack of visible recognition. There are 2 things here. Okay, lowering the morale among field engineers. So coming back to the options, engage supervisors to identify quick win recognition opportunities that are meaningful to engineers. This option addresses the second, lack of visible recognition, because you engage a person to do identify and give the recognition, but this repetitive task is not addressed. So this address only one option, so I will eliminate it. Option B, review historical performance trends to determine whether the productivity decline is seasonal or systemic. But here they have already said The productivity has dropped because of repetitive tasks and lack of visible recognition. So I will be eliminating option B. Option C, involve engineers in identifying process improvements that could make repetitive work more engaging. This seems to address the repetitive task because the engineers who are feeling low morale because of the repetitive tasks are involved in identifying process improvements, thereby which will make their work more engaging. This addresses the first part. Option D, highlight upcoming project milestones that showcase the importance of their current task. Even though if this is done, still if this repetitive task is not addressed, this seems to be more of a major issue here, which even though there is a lack of visible recognition, if you address this visible recognition, again the repetitive task, if it is not fixed, which is the root cause of the productivity drop, still that will be continue to be there, even though if you can provide a visible recognition. So by eliminating option A, B, and D, we are going with option C. So yes, with this we have come to the end of the session. Thank you for being with this session, and I think I will hand over the session to Amer.
Thank you very much, Martina. So again, one more time, PMBOK 8 has been released, and I am the contributor or author among it. Okay, so few things I want to share. Exam is not changing right now, so no need to panic. And if you are my student, even if the exam changes, whatever the changes is, you will not even know I will add those changes. So you have trusted so far till you become PMP. Just stay with us, and I will be making. Martina, I guess you don't know, I was making the presentation at background, and I actually have made a good amount of because I already had the preview for that, so I was waiting for it. So I will be making that video, and I will be probably in 1 or 2 or I will be sharing with everybody. What changed? You download it if you are certified PMP. If you are my student and still studying, do not touch the PMBOK. Once you become certified project management professional, touch it. Okay? With that, if you still did not join my program, by God, why didn't you join? So many PMPs I just showed you today. My class is starting tomorrow. The registration is open for next 2 hours. If you are ready, let's get you this and let's make you certified project management professional in 2025. This is the last call for 2025. After that, I will not be able to work with you for 2025. Then January 2026 will be the least I can help you to become PMP. I want to be very open. This is the last group which I can help. And everybody who give me 3 to 4 hours, that's my promise. You will be PMP among them. Okay? So that's something I can do with you with that. I hope you become certified PMP. Thank you, Martina, for always being there. Assalamu alaikum, namaste, sat sri akal, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Have a great day, great weekend. Become PMP.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amer Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I will be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually, like I'm kind of like really
I got my results and I was above target in all 3 categories.
Wow.
So